Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop. I feel that it's been a while, so I've been busy with stuff at the farm. Just had our summer show there, fired up the Fairbanks Morse diesel, and everything's going good, but I haven't made videos for you guys recently, so got something to show you. Of course, I bought a bunch of good junk at the flea market, and I came across something that I'm sure I've seen it before, but I probably just passed it off as gimmicky or whatever. But I'm kind of in love with these new pliers. I found two for sale. This one here is made by Mac Tools. It's called a Robo grip. And I also happened to find this Craftsman brand. Same concept, but just larger. And over the weekend at the farm, when I'm working on engines, getting stuff running, tinkering with things, you know, just typical things need adjustment. Need to adjust an oiler, or quick grab a piece of 1/4-inch pipe on an oiler tube to take it off, or a lock nut on a fuel adjustment, or just anything. Tools are always close at hand, but this I could just slip right in my pocket. And typically I like to use my Leatherman just for quick grabbing tasks, but even though it's a nice multi-tool, I love this Leatherman. It has some shortcomings that this really addresses. The biggest problem with just using a regular pair of pliers like this, everybody knows that the more you open it, the more angled these jaws get. So if you grab something wide like this, of course you're not going to grab a wrench, but just to illustrate grabbing something wide, your jaws are at an angle, so it'll slip out. This, on the other hand, takes care of it. It's got an interesting mechanism in it. And I'll try to show you a close-up. It's obviously, it's more or less like a pair of channel locks, but there's a key difference in that there's no channel. And let's see, there's another company. Oh, their name escapes me at this point in time, but they have something similar. Knipex makes these. There's a button, you press it, and there's like a ratchet or something, so you could press a button, slide the jaw in or out, quicker than channel locks, but still you have to fuck around with it and use two hands. This is just one hand. As you can see, it opens and closes. It's full travel just with one hand, but there's a little ratchet in there and a mating ratchet in that groove. So when you go to grab something, doesn't matter the size, it will adjust itself, and then once it encounters resistance, see that little spring action there? It grabs into the nearest tooth, binds up, and now I can grab it tight. Now take note of the jaw position. They're just about perfectly parallel with each other, the upper and lower jaw. Now let's say I want to grab something wider. Once again, it'll bind right up. I'm squeezing hard right now, and those jaws are still parallel. Nothing's slipping out of the jaws because of those nice sharp serrations. Let's grab something even bigger. Same concept. I'm squeezing that nice and tight, and it's not going anywhere. So this is really nice. It springs open, so you can just drop it right on. You squeeze it closed, it tightens. Regular channel locks, we're all familiar with these. They flop open, they flop closed. If you have them adjusted like this, they sometimes readjust themselves if you don't want them, if you just let them go. And still, even for each channel, your jaw still has an angle to it, depending on the particular size of whatever it is you're grabbing. So I'm really happy with these. They definitely don't replace an adjustable wrench. They don't replace a real wrench, but if I had these two tools directly next to each other and I needed to grab something that I wanted pliers for, I would no doubt take this one over this. It's great. I love it. Maybe they're not super heavy duty. I showed them off to a couple people and at the farm during the show, and because I was pretty happy with them. And a couple people said, oh, they're cool, but they're not that heavy duty. They don't hold up or whatever. But you know what? If you're really doing heavy duty stuff, I don't think you're going to want to use a pair of channel locks. Use a big adjustable wrench. Use a regular wrench. Use a pipe wrench, whatever. This is just perfect to slip in your pocket and and use for quick, easy little adjustments. The one thing I don't like about it is that there's no way to lock it closed because it's spring loaded. There's no way to like lock it closed and keep it closed. It kind of happens to lock itself somehow like that. I don't know if that's supposed to happen or not, but if you just touch it, it opens up. And since I'm keeping these in my pocket, it was kind of annoying to have them open. But anyway, really sweet little tool. Again, these are made by Mac, Robo grip, and I'm sure there's plenty of copies out there. Well, the other interesting thing, they're not forged or anything. They're cut or stamped or whatever out of layers of material, which I find interesting. And as I'm looking at it, these handles are filled with plastic, not metal, which is, I guess, kind of cheap. It helps on the weight. They're very lightweight, which is nice. Stamping everything out of sheet metal, that definitely lowers the cost. I'm sure they don't really spend too much money making these. Something like this, I'm sure they're drop forged, and a good pair, I'm sure there's a fair amount of work to make this. You get the raw billet of material, sequentially drop forge it into its final shape, shear off the excess, flashing, grind it, sand it, etc. Maybe some final machining, but this is just stamp. Well, I guess there is some final grinding here, but anyway, I don't know, maybe some aluminum in there instead of plastic would be nice. But these are really sweet. These are really sweet. I'm happy with them. So I'll definitely be keeping these with me in my truck and carrying them around with me for quick little adjustments. So if you find a pair of these, check them out. I don't know how much they cost brand new from Mac Tools. I'm sure they cost way too much. But yeah, check them out. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you like them. Leave a comment down below if you have something to say. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on back for more.